What's up? What's up, everyone? This is Radio Dropout Podcast with your host, me. So, it's Anthony on here. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing good. Yeah, I kind of messed up on something if you noticed. Um, this show was supposed to be done on Friday. It's Monday now. Somebody's slacking again. No, in this situation, I will tell you, I did two episodes of the episode I'm doing right now about family. And the first one, somebody forgot to record themselves. So, yeah. Second time, I recorded it and it just didn't sound good. And this was the first time that I listened to myself talk. And I was like, oh, no, wait. The two people that's listening, they're not going to like that. No, I'm just joking again. Yeah, that last one that I did was bad, and I really last week, life of a teacher, is kind of hard. We had to do progress reports and all that stuff last week, and I tried my best. I did the video, and I tried to do the show, and try to have everything done, but yeah, I just couldn't do that deadline. But those progress reports are at home now, so that's good. But anyways, enough about that. Like I said in the video last week, that I did want to talk about like family and how that is with me and stuff like that, and a couple of stories and stuff about like how my family kind of, I don't know, I don't want to say did me wrong, but I'll let you guys listen to it. Listen to, I think two stories that I got. Not going to go into detail because with one of them, just because it's like really still kind of hurtful. I mean, not hurtful, but kind of like, still triggers me and stuff like that. So, yeah. But if you ever want to listen to that whole story, I'll always try to tell you that story. But, anyways, like I said before, when I'm talking about my family, I'm not talking about the immediate family, like brothers, sisters, mom, dad, stuff like that. I'm always talking about I hope it's extended family, like the uncles, the aunts, the cousins, and everything like that. And just one thing about me, I moved to Georgia when I was 13, 14 years old. And I met my family, like both sides of the family. I met my mom's side, dad's side, a couple of times when I was younger. Just for like, came down to Georgia for funerals and stuff like that. And that was it. And this is the first time I'm coming for, to live and stuff like that. So, and the stories that my mom and dad told me, it was nothing bad about like my family and stuff like that. It was just like, basically feeling like Candyland in a sense, or any of those like fairy tales. Like, oh, when you get to Georgia, it's gonna be like the best thing in the world because you're gonna have family, you're gonna have you got all these cousins that's around your age. You guys get to do stuff, as somebody that was like, at that age of like, I want to go, hang out with my friends at the mall and, well, in Vegas, go to the movies, go to the station casinos, and just, hang out with your friends. I'm thinking, I'm going to go to Georgia and do this. And I'm going to be like with my cousins and this is going to be cool and stuff like that. And it wasn't. It wasn't at all. Um, from day one, I was being compared to all my other cousins. And at that time of my life, when I was, in my teens, like early teens, I was not into, let me see, I wasn't into hip hop like that. I wasn't into rap like I am now. I was mainly like that. I was in my pop era. Like I was big on like, Britney and Backstreet Boys, Mandy Moore, Jessica Simpson. And I did listen to, rap. I think Nelly had just came out with Country Grammar. I was listening to him. Like I still listen to, hip hop, R&B and stuff like that, but my main thing was pop and I was just like, preppy back then. My uncles didn't like that. And so I was getting compared to my other cousin, Ricky. And Ricky is a couple of weeks younger than me. And Ricky was Ricky was a cousin, like one of those bad cousins, like, getting in trouble a lot and, going, I don't want to say juvie. I don't know if he was going there, but I know he was doing bad stuff. And the only bad thing I was doing was talking back. And so, but the thing about Ricky grew up in Georgia with my uncles, and this is all on my mom's side. So yeah, all he had to say was yes sir to them. They ate it up. Ricky is so polite and everything like that, and you're just not polite because you're not saying yes sir, no sir, and stuff like that. And I didn't grow up saying that in Vegas. Like I was polite and I would say yes or no. I wasn't saying yeah, no, and stuff like that. But when you got to Georgia, you had to be like politeness overload. And yeah, I wasn't that whatever. And that hurt because I was like, dang, I'm trying to, I'm over here really trying to like build relationships with my uncles on my mom's side because we lived in the same town as them. And they usually, I've seen them like, every month. And so I was just like, damn, hey, I can't get to them, whatever. Um, and I was in Air Force JR, my goodness. Let me stop saying this so fast. I was in Air Force JROTC all 4 years in high school. And I was a commander of a drill team. Well, if I can brag on this, I was commander of two teams. Like if you know ROTC and stuff like that, like the drill teams, I did rifles. I did uh dang, got to the point where I'm old as hell and don't know what I did in high school. But yeah, I was a commander of two teams, and I would invite my uncles and aunts to like my drill meets that were in the area. And I think we had two of them. No, I'm sorry. We had three. We had one on base. We had one at at one of the high schools, and we had another one at the fairgrounds. I invited my uncles. I invited my aunts. Nobody came and support me on that because it wasn't football. I got into football my freshman year, and I I played it just because I wanted them to come to my games. I wanted that respect. I wanted that to be like, Anthony is that's my nephew right there. Never got that from them at all. Graduated from high school, and I had told them my plans for after high school. Sorry about that. But yeah, I told them my plan that I was going to go to school to be a nurse. And when I graduate, I'm going to go to the Air Force. Um, I had one of my uncles, I think a week after I graduated, he came over to the house because he was talking to my mom or whatever. And we were just talking about, what I just said about my plans. And when I have a plan, especially back in the day, I had it laid out. I knew what I was going to do. I was going to go to school for 4 years. My senior year in high school, I mean, not high school, sorry, senior year in college, while I'm getting everything situated with graduating, go to the recruiter, get ready to, become this officer, become a nurse, and all of this stuff. I already knew what I was going to do. My uncle had came in, like I said, to talk to my mom. We were talking. I told him everything. And he was like, I don't think that you need to do that for your life. I think you need to go to trade school, and I think you need to become like a plumber and stuff like that because they're going to make more money and blah, blah, blah. Now, a lot of you guys will say, yeah, your uncle's true. I mean, your uncle's true. Your uncle is correct. He's trying to tell you, what to do. But this man is a millionaire. A millionaire. This man is a See, I can't even say. This man has a lot of money. Sound like Porky Pig right now. This man is a millionaire. Houses in Georgia and North Carolina. Um, I forgot what company he worked for, but he was a chemist, like one of the head chemists at this company, and was telling me that no, being a nurse is bad. That's what he basically told me. He was like, no, I don't see you as being a nurse. I see you being like a trade worker or whatever like that. And he still stands by it to this day about when I talked to him about being a teacher and stuff like that. When he came out here last year. No, sorry, not last year. Came out here May of this year. And, I was just telling him about, like, I was telling him about the situation that was going on at school, about, how I feel like I don't have the help that I need. And me being a crybaby and stuff like that. I didn't cry, but I was just like, I just tell him, hey, I just need help, in not in the classroom. Well, yeah, whatever. I just need help in general at school with like what to do, how to do it, and everything like that. And he was like, well, if it was me, I would stop being a teacher and just go ahead and work on the strip and work at a casino because that's what everybody in Vegas does. And he said that he was like, I feel like nobody in Vegas should not be work. I mean, everybody in Vegas should be working on the strip. They should be, doing that because there's so much uh, casinos here. It's so much stuff to do, and you're trying to be a teacher. That's not helping nobody. That's not helping you pay the bills and stuff. Little did this man know that I worked on the strip for like maybe what 4 or 5 years when I came out here, and that was sucky. Oh no, I'm not doing that again. And so, me in the car, looking like a 16-year-old, I just nodded and I'm like, yeah, I should look into that. He was telling me all the jobs that I should get and all the jobs that he was telling me I was going to take a really bad pay cut. He told me to go to Amazon. He told me to go. Well, construction wouldn't be bad, but if y'all know, I don't like, one of my fears, one of my fears is construction sites. I hate seeing a coming soon sign and a half done building, especially at night. Um, where I live at right now, thank God there's no construction, but there was one when I was moving in. It was an apartment complex that they were building on the corner of where I live at. And to get to the gym, I would have to walk over there. And a month, oh my God. Just thinking about it, I don't know what to tell y'all about it, but that stuff scares me, especially at night, looking at like a construction site, and I feel like somebody's gonna come out and get me. So I don't like walking past those. Um, it was bad when I worked on the strip too because there was a lot of construction over there too. I had to close my look. I had to close like that right eye to walk to another building and or walk outside and you see that like big building outside and it's dark outside and whew, yeah. Anyways, we're talking about family. We ain't talking about no stuff. But he was talking to me. He was like, "Yeah, you can get into construction. You can get into like being a repairman and stuff like that." And I couldn't say nothing because I was like, I don't want to start no war with you, but I don't want to do that kind of stuff, especially if I'm doing it just for money and I'm not liking what I do. And I will tell you, all the jobs that I had, with the exception of one, I really liked it. Like, I loved working at the Boys and Girls Club. I loved working with the kids. I loved the friends I met in that corporation, in that job. Um, Madame Tussauds. not a great job, but oh, and not even the people, but it was good. It was good at the time. I will say that it was good at the time. But yeah, all the jobs that I had were good at the time. Even with teaching, um, it's good. And sometimes I feel like I am a crybaby when it comes to that, but no, everything's good. But like, I would not like to do construction. I would not. I would not be able to go out there in 115 degrees, you know, doing that outside. I don't think I would be able to go to people's houses and fix stuff and have a smile on my face. Now I might have a smile on my face when that check come in, but I don't want I wouldn't want that type of job. Just to be well, you guys know me. That's not the type of job I need. And so we had all of this, that conversation, and but like all my other cousins, they can do whatever they want, and my uncles, my aunts will love them. Ah, and I feel like that includes my dad's side of the family. And I wish I had a relationship with them. I tried really hard for my dad's side of the family because we would go up there. Well, they live maybe a good 30 minutes away from Atlanta, 30 minutes south or whatever. And so we would go up there for like holidays and stuff like that, just to see them. And it was okay. It was okay, like when I was growing up. Then when I got older, and we got social media and stuff like that. So I added them on there, just like I added, like my cousins on my mom's side. So everything was good, but like the lifestyle that I have, like I like to have fun. I am going to do crazy stuff, and especially like the time that I was like into like cosplay. That was so much fun. And you put it on Facebook, and you meet people that like to do the same thing you do. It was good. Then your friends like it until your cousins start coming on there and start talking bad about you. That, oh, you're a little kid and stuff like that. And I remember in 2018, I had a went to a Power Ranger convention, and I went to a Comic Con in LA, and I dressed up as the Blue Ranger. And if you guys ever seen that picture or pictures that I took, I love that costume. I can't fit it no more. I threw that thing away, but that costume I loved. I really loved it. Um, when I went to LA and when I went to Anaheim for the Comic Cons and stuff like that, everybody loved it. And I had a Red Ranger costume too, but we won't talk about that one because that thing was skin tight. Ooh, I didn't want to show nobody no pictures of that one. If you know, you know. But anyways, I really like that, and I was about to get into like full pledged cosplay. I wanted to, start doing more like costume like Spider Man and like the Avengers, DC, and stuff like that. I wanted to do that just as a hobby because I needed a hobby, and that was a good hobby for me. And my cousins destroyed that. they talked so much crap. Sorry about that. They talked so much crap about me, about like the costumes that I was wearing, and that you're a black man, you shouldn't be doing that, and blah blah blah. And that's one of the reasons why I stopped dressing up like that, is because I was still trying to get that acceptance from them, and I couldn't get it from them. The last time that I saw like my family on that side of the family was my grandfather passed away in 2019. Oh wait, did he pass away in 2019? Or was it 2018? Ah man, I don't even know. God bless the dead though. But sorry. But anyways, grandfather passed away, and I came home, went back to Georgia just for the funeral. So I stayed a good 2 or 3 days. Like the day that I got there was the funeral, and I think maybe I stayed for like 2 days, and I left. And that day of the funeral, um, I would say was one of the worst times of my life. Then, not because, and it's not because my grandfather passed away. Like I knew I was sad about that and everything like that, but like how my cousins treated me that day um, was really bad. And I got to the funeral. I'm happy to see everybody. Nobody was happy to see me. And they knew that I was, I think some of them knew I was coming. And they were just like looking at me all like, I don't want to talk to you. So we go to the funeral, everything, and we go eat. Then, oh, did we go? Yeah, I think we ate. Then we went to the. Well, anyways, I don't even know. We don't have to tell that story like that. But when we went to go put them in the ground, um, all the cousins took a picture. And we all took the picture. They was talking about me during the picture. And because I had, first of all, they were still talking about the Power Ranger costume. They were talking about my tattoos. They were talking about the little weight that I had gained at the time. Like I had like gained, I was about like 190 when I went home that time. And the weight was okay. It wasn't like, no, like I was like a big boy or whatever, but not like how I am now. But like I was a little stocky, and they talked shit about that. And they would like anything that I had on, they was talking shit. And so I want to say when I got back to Vegas and went on Instagram, because my cousins. So the funny thing is that picture, everybody got a picture of that except me. And somehow, I don't know how, but some of the cousins had cropped me out the picture. Or if I was in the picture, I was not tagged in the picture. Everybody else was tagged except me, which hurt my feelings because for years, for a decade or two, I'm over here trying to like build something. Like I'm trying to like talk to you guys. Like every time I see you guys on social media, so I can't even talk. Every time I see you guys on like the socials and stuff like that, I'm over here like cheering you on and liking your stuff and like trying to like be a cousin, be a family and stuff like that. And it was not working at all. Even with the whole Ricky thing, that was like a hurtful thing because I would hang out with Ricky when he wasn't in trouble. Like if he wasn't going to like juvie and stuff like that, he came home and I would hang out with him because I'm like, this dude is cool as hell or whatever. Junior year, my summer to before my junior year in high school, me, Ricky, his friends, my friends, we would all go to his house and hang out. And all we did was like watch movies and stuff like that. It was nothing like, oh, we're smoking and we're drinking or whatever like that. Even though Ricky friends were smoking and drinking, I was over here looking all like, oh, I'm scared. I don't want to do that kind of stuff. Which years later, I did. But anyways, um, I had went on a field trip with ROTC to the base, and I had a I didn't have I had a phone, but the phone was really it was a track phone. So first of all, I couldn't get service on base, and second of all, it was a track phone. It had minutes on it, and I couldn't do anything because if I called somebody, the minutes would go off. If I text somebody, it would take the minutes off. So I didn't do nothing. So keep that in mind. All of my friends were on this trip, so I didn't need to text anybody. I'm over here, just living my life or whatever like that. So I get home. Mom says that, hey, Ricky called. So I called Ricky back, and Ricky was saying that his girlfriend at the time was saying that I had called her and said that he was cheating on her with one of my best friends. And I was like, what are you talking about? I don't even have the girl's number. And like his girlfriend at the time, I didn't have her number. The only time I seen her was when I was in his neighborhood and she came over. I said, hey, gave her a hug, all that, and that's it, basically. He was over here not yelling, but he was like, no, she said that you called. She gave me information that only me and you know. And I'm like, yeah, that's the same information I know, but I didn't say nothing. And so he was like, you know what? I'm going to come over and we'll squash it. And I was like, and I had told him at first, I was like, you don't have to come over because it's nothing to squash because I didn't do nothing and nothing happened. Long story short, get off the phone with him. I go outside just to relax or whatever. And like waiting on my friends to call and stuff like that so we can talk about this field trip that we just went on. Ricky and his friends come to my yard. Like they drive up here and the car was deep as hell. The car was deep. I have never seen that much black men in my life. Let me stop lying like that. But anyways, uh, Ricky had got out the car and he was like, "Hey, I need you to come over here." And I was like, "No, I'm good," because I'm looking like I don't know what you're talking about. Why do I need to go to this car? So one thing led to another. He told me to get to the car. I said no. Him and two of his friends got me while I was outside and put me in the car, took me to a park, and they all jumped me. I got, I was getting punched in the face by like four people at a time. I got kicked in the face and kicked in the shoulder, and almost got ran over. And cops came and got me and stuff like that. Went to the doctor. Well, no, not to the doctor. Sorry, went to the hospital. Um, and I was going to press charges on him. Now, yes, there was more stuff that happened, but it was nothing like serious. But um, the police officer told me, "Hey, Monday, come and get the papers, and if you want to go ahead and file anything on your cousin, go ahead and do it that time, like while you're up there." And so, and that happened on a Friday, and so Saturday, I Saturday I had made the decision. I said I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I told like my mom was down for it, his mom was down for it, and so Monday comes around, everybody finds out, like the family finds out, and they told me, or well, they really told my mom, don't do it. They told her, don't do it because it's gonna ruin the family, and even though Ricky was in the wrong, he didn't mean to do it. Like, just boosting up Ricky and everything like that. And that's when I finally found out, like, my family doesn't care about me like that. So we didn't file charges and stuff like that, but like going to like, anything with like family, like family gatherings and stuff like that, they would look at me a little bit different, like, how did you get beat up and stuff like that? And shit, I say the same damn thing, but I it was not a Power Ranger that day. Um, it was about like five or six guys that like really like beat my ass, and yeah, and it was sad and stuff. So, but yeah, um, that's why my family, yeah, I really don't have a relationship with them anymore, and I haven't been back to Georgia since 2019, and it's just that like I know like if I go back like for the holidays and stuff like that, my mom and dad want me to go and see my uncles and aunts, and I just don't want to do that. Especially like with my mental health, I just can't. I would rather my parents come out here. I would rather my sister come out here, but I'm just not at the point now. Like there's I have no relationship with them. And I see that because, and I don't know if this is anything like, I always want like that friendship, like that family kind of friendship or whatever like that. And I have it with like most of my friendships. And I love that. If you guys are listening and you guys know that I have a relationship with you, I love you guys so dearly for this. Um, Even when I was in the org community, like playing the org games and stuff like that, I really thought I was in the family. to, well, I do have a family in the org community. Not all of them, because I can't stand half of them or majority of them, but I do have a family with them. And I think that's why I wanted, like, one of the reasons why I wanted to go on like Survivor or Big Brother, especially like the real world and the challenge, any kind of reality show like that, because I would always see them, and even now, like, you would see them have like a relationship outside of the show, and I'm like, damn, I want that. I want a relationship like that, like, not even like a friendship. Yeah, a friendship that grows into, like, a brotherhood, or a family or something like that. That's what I want, and it's so sad that you can't even get that from your own blood and stuff like that. And it's a crazy thing, just thinking about that. So yeah, um, and hopefully one of these days when I have my own family, everything will be like changed with us, stuff like that. But as of right now, do I have a relationship with my uncles or anything like that? No, not on any side. 2020, I blocked all of my uncles and aunts. Well, okay, oops. Let me stop mine real quick. I blocked majority of my uncles and aunts. On Facebook, I only have my great aunt on there, and I think I have 3 or 4 cousins that I have on social media, and those are only ones that I really care about because they're cool as hell, and they don't pick on me unless it's about the Falcons or Braves. I'm good about that. But other than that, I have no family on social media. I don't have a relationship with them, so why would I have to talk to them? So that's how I feel. But I want to know how you guys feel about that too. Like, and I know like the stories were like, really condensed. And like, if you want to hear like a full detailed story, I am willing to, tell everybody about it. But like, some of it's kind of hard, so I didn't want to be like emotional for the whole week. So yeah, but yeah, I just want to hear what you guys think about that. Um, if I should try to start a relationship again with these family members, or should I just be like Elsa and just let it go? I don't know. I really don't know. But once again, thank you guys for listening. I got one more show that I'm going to do by myself. Then after that, I'm going to have my guests come in and we're going to chit chat, have a little more, little fun, a whole lot of fun, other than me talk about the sad shit about life. So yeah. But other than that, if you guys can do me a favor, um, subscribe to my Spotify, subscribe to my YouTube page. The YouTube page is the only one that is a different name. It is Radio Podcast. I mean, sorry. Ooh, see, messing everything up. It is Radio Dropout Blogs on YouTube. Everywhere else, Facebook, IG, and TikTok. It is sorry, Radio Dropout Podcast. If you guys can just like, subscribe, friend that page, like the page, all of that good stuff. That would be grateful. Um, but yeah, just I don't even know what I'm over here trying to be all sad for. But yeah, thank you guys once again for just listening to me vent and stuff like that. Um, New YouTube video will be out on Tuesday, and a new episode will be out this Friday as well. Other than that, you guys have a great morning, great afternoon, great evening, all that good stuff. Peace.